Hi, in this video we are going to learn how we can deploy Django app together with PostgreSQL SQL database on Render Cloud Server for free. So at the end of this video, I'm going to deploy this my employee management system that I created some days back. I'm going to deploy it on Render Server. So if you're interested in how I create this code project, you can just click on the link above or watch this video together and click on the link in the description to check how I create this if you're interested in it. So let's get back straight into the video. Go to this website in your browser, render.com. So if you have gotten to this website, you will click this dashboard. Click on this dashboard. Then so one thing is that we have to sign into our render account. So if you don't have an account, you can create an account here. So if you need an account, you can click on this sign up and create an account. But one thing I want you to do, make sure you link your GitHub to this render so you can sign into render using your GitHub also. But I've created a render account before, so I'm just going to log in. So with my email, I'm going to log in. So I'm signing in. So if you have signed in, you should have your your workspace like this, and you should have your deployed services like projects you have deployed before. But for your own, your own might be empty because probably you have not deployed any project on render. So after you have created an account, you sign into your render account and make sure you link your GitHub to your render account. So the next thing we want to do is, in this project or in this video, we want to push our project from our local host or from our local machine to render. And we are not only just pushing it, we want to use render database, PostgreSQL database. So here you are going to click on this add new, then come to this PostgreSQL. So we want to create a new PostgreSQL database. The unique name, you can give it anything you want. I'm just going to put it test underscore db. So here, this database name, DB name, you can leave it optional, but if you want to give it a unique database name, you can put it there. And this user too, you can leave it optional, but if you insist to put it anything there, you can also put it. But I'm going to leave it optional. And here I'm going to click on free, then create database. So now my test DB, I've successfully created this database test DB, which is free. So the status is creating here. So and the API, everything is still loading, so we are just going to wait for some few seconds before. So now our DB is currently available. As you can see here, status is already available, so we have successfully configured our database on render. But there's still some things we need to copy here, this external database URL. So I'm going to copy this, then go to my local host and configure this database on my local host in my code actually. So now I'm going to go back to my code now. So here, sorry, let me, so here there are some few libraries or few packages that I need to install. Although I've installed them globally before, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to install them again. One is DJ database URL. So I'm going to install this. So I've installed it before, that's why it's telling me requirements already satisfied. Also, I'm going to install another app or another package that helps Django to run PostgreSQL database, which is scopg2, the binary version. So I'm going to install this as well. So another thing that don't mind the requirements already satisfied. The reason is because I've installed them globally on this computer. So another thing I need to install also is Python decouple. I'm going to explain the function of each of these packages that we are installing. Python decouple. So they are all installed now. So now I'm going to go back to in this settings.py, I'm going to import some things. So apart from this OS, I'm going to import that DJ database URL, and also I want to import config. So let's say um from the couple import config. So here in this database, we want to create our own database, or let me edit this. I don't need this currently. So here I'm going to call that DJ database URL that we install. So DJ database URL. Now I want to do something. So one way is, actually I can just paste, I can go back to this my website, this render website, and copy this external database. Note, not the internal database, the external database URL. So I can just copy it like this, then just paste it automatically or directly like this. But it is not really advisable because we are still pushing this code and put them in quote if you paste anyway. So the reason why it's not advisable is because we are pushing it to GitHub. So if anybody can access the code, they'll just be able to get our database. So it's not advisable to put important things public like this. It's better to hide them. So that's why we are using this. That's why we want to use this what's it called? Python decouple. So first I'm going to call this DJ database underscore URL. Now I'm going to pass it, then config. So there are plenty ways of doing this, but I want to do it like this. Then config. Now this config is from this Python decouple. So from decouple import config. So it's what we are going to use to encrypt or to hide that our database, external database URL. So one thing we need to do now is come here, create a new file called .env, although I've already created it. So create it like this in your home project. Now inside, okay, let me delete what is here and do what we are. So here we are going to create a variable database URL, then paste the external URL there. Note, not the internal one, the external URL. Paste it there. Then if you have pasted it there, I'm going to come back to this my settings.py and call that database underscore URL and save it. So if you are done, to test to see if what we've done is correct, you can just try to run server locally. It should work. Python managers py run server. Okay, so now if I look up here, it's currently telling me I have 19 unapplied migrations, to show that what we did is actually working. So you can just migrate locally, python managers py migrate. Now it's running the migration as if you just start a new Django project. And it's currently running the migrations. So now we can run server, python managers py run server. So if you run server now, everything will work well, and I can even go to see the projects that I want to deploy. So this is the project that I want to deploy to my render, to render actually. So everything, we have successfully configured our database. Now the next phase is to push our code, or how we are going to host this project actually, including the database, to render for free. So now to do that, there are some things, we also some packages that we need to install first before render can be able to see this. Sorry, let me create a new terminal. Yeah, I'm coming. Let me cd into this my directory. Yes, so now there are some things I need to install also for render to work. One is white noise. Pip install white noise. Then if you have installed that, you should also install Guinea, this package. Pip install unicorn and uvcorn. So after you've done that, then write this command to create a new file called requirement.txt. So you can just run pip freeze requirements.txt. So now if you run this command, it's going to create a new file, this requirement.txt, and it's going to put every package that I've installed in this, what's it called, in this requirements.txt. Then after you have done that, so we are going to add something to this middleware. This, the white noise that we install, I'm going to add it to this middleware. You can decide to add it up or down. So here, white noise, the middleware dot white noise dot middleware. So make sure you type them right. White noise dot middleware, the white noise dot white noise, no, there's no dots here, dot white noise middleware. So make sure you write it correctly like this. So white noise dot middleware dot white noise middleware. So after you have done that, you should the next thing is to push our code to GitHub, because it's actually from GitHub that we are going to link render, or that render is will be able to access those files. But before that, you can just look at this. Make sure you have this static URL, static like this, and static root like this, because of your static files in your project. Although me, I didn't use any static file, but probably if your project has static file. And also run this command to collect python manage.py collect static, python manage.py collect static. So 125 static file copied to the static file directory, this one that is here. So after you have done that, the next thing is to go back to our browser. Now in our browser here, go to your GitHub account. Now create a new repository. So now give your repository a name. Note that the name is important. I'm going to call it let me say test project like this. Now you can decide to put it public or private, but sometimes it's advisable to put it in public. Then create repository. Now, so let us push our code to GitHub from there. So I'm going to just split my screen so it can be easy for me to copy these commands that are here. So here, first command, we initialize git init, then git add. I can just say git add. Let me first commit first. Git commit. I'm going to call it first commit. So now Then I'm going to add git add all like this. Then after that, I'm just going to copy this branch to push it to a main branch or master anyone, but I want to use what we have here. Then I will copy this and paste it here. So after that, the next thing is just to push our code to GitHub from here. Okay, there's an error. Maybe I rerun my git commits again. So let me just push again. Maybe it will go git push -0 origin main. Oh wait, I've run git commit. Let me write git add all, then git push -u origin main. Okay, so it's currently uploading to GitHub now. So that's successfully been uploaded to GitHub. So if I come back to here and refresh this page, I should have the codes. So these are projects here. This is my project I want to push, which is already here. So now the next thing is to go back to our render portal. Then so you can go back to your dashboard, then create an add new again. But now we are not adding a PostgreSQL. We are not adding a database. We are adding a new web service. So I'm going to click add a new web service. Then if you have linked your GitHub to render, you should have your latest commits, your latest projects here. But if you don't have it there, you can just use this public Git repository and copy. You can just copy this URL and paste it here in your public Git repository if you are not seeing anything here. But if you have successfully created an account and you link your GitHub, you should just see it here. So me, I'm just going to click this, then click on connect. Then the name of the website that you want to, like the name you want to give, the unique name you want to give your project. So let me just leave it as test again, test projects, and let me call it test crude. Then make sure your Python is on Python 3. Then branch can be on main, should be main. If you push to master, your branch should be master. Now this start command, now we have to edit this start command here. If I go back to my settings.py and come here, this WSGI, so this is what's going to run our application. So here I want to call this account, like this file, this WSGI.py. So if you notice, this file is under this folder called crude. So here in your home too, just check where this file, the parent folder of this file. So my own is crude. So I'm just going to come here. I'm going to delete what I have here before. So now my own will be crude.wsgi, then application, like this. And notice the application is this application that I'm calling, and is under this crude folder. So then if you are done, click on free. Then this environment variable, we want to have some few environment variable like database URL. You can paste our external database there. Let me check. So then I can just add secret key. I'll leave secret key, then I'll leave it as auto generate. And if you are done, you can add, there's another one again, web currency. You can put any value, but let me put 4 there. Then I'm going to click on deploy web service. So it's currently building. It's currently working. Deploying. Now it has already been deployed and it's telling us that our service is live, but your service is live, but we have an error here because in our allowed host we didn't put, we have to add this URL to our allowed host. So if I click on this, it's going to bring out Django disallowed host. So what we are going to do is I'm going to come here and copy this, then go back to my code in my settings.py. I'll come to this allowed host and add this there. So, or yeah, let's put it like this, and you can also put this one too. So wait, I'm coming, sorry, let me put it in colon, but here I'm just going to remove this https like this. And also you can put debug false, but let's leave it. Normally if you are, since it's just a test, you can still put on debug true, so if you have any error, so you should be able to see it. So then what we need to do again is to push our code to GitHub again. So I'm just going to commit the latest change, the change we made, and I'll add anything here. Then git add all, then git push origin master. Oh sorry, git push your origin main, not master. It said everything up to date. And I'm not sure, let me recommit everything back. Okay, 2 file change. Okay, it's like I didn't write something well before, so now it's just committing it very well now. Then git add all and git push origin master main rather. Yeah, so it has already been uploaded to GitHub. So now I'm just going to go back to my browser. So here, if I refresh this my GitHub page, let me refresh it, the latest commit should be there. So this latest commit is already there. So I'm just going to come back here and click on manual deploy, and I'll say deploy latest commit. So it's already building. So it's still building. So our service is currently live now, so everything is live. So if I click on this the URL here, so we should be able to see our websites, our projects live on render. So this is my project live on render. So if you have followed the instructions well, so you should also have your project live here. So thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe to this channel and share this video. Thank you for watching.